Let's talk to Mark Morello, pothole campaigner, aka Mr. Pothole. Mark, very good morning to you.
Morning, Mike.
Good to talk to you, sir. What have you got for us? I see you've been looking for potholes in Banbury.
Yeah, I mean, there's an app that the members of the public can download for free called Scan the App. You put it on your phone, you mount it in your windscreen, and it will survey the road.
Right.
It will pick up potholes, cracks, joint failures, all manner of defects. It doesn't use your data when you're out. When you go back home, turn your Wi-Fi on, it'll upload it. It is creating a real-life picture of the standard and quality of our roads that the authorities do not control. So it actually gives power to the public. It doesn't report them direct to the councils at the moment, but that's something that will evolve over time. It's early stages,
Right.
Phenomenal bit of kit, and you can see the results, what I did in Banbury over that drive.
So in terms of what it actually does as a functionality, does it tell you where the potholes are so you can avoid them?
Potentially.
While you're actually driving, I mean.
Potentially it could do. I mean, it's boundless in terms of technology. This is the early stages that someone's actually put up something. And if you go onto their website, Scan the App, you'll see on there, it's painted a picture of the road network across the UK that you can use. You can tag in some details for your local council as well to just get them on board. I mean, they really don't want to know about it because it gives power to people to show exactly what they're living with rather than what they think they want to tell us.
Yes, exactly right. I mean, there are certainly signs, aren't there, that some potholes are being repaired, but there's still an awful lot more of them out there than there have ever been.
Yeah, I mean, our roads are now a situation where unless we actually spend significant money resurfacing our roads, in 15 years' time, 53% of our roads will be structurally unsound. What a situation to be in supposedly a rich country that obviously we're not that rich, we can't look after our roads.
Right. Well, exactly. I mean, we were hearing just yesterday as well, Mark, you may be surprised to hear, that an awful lot of councils have actually got artwork that they've got hidden away in sort of various warehouses and you know, stuffy old cupboards. Money that they are not actually doing anything about. They're not selling these artworks. They bought them to invest them when they should be spending this money on fixing the road, shouldn't they?
Yes, exactly. And also some councils, I'm not against grants, but when you hear councils giving out 5,000 grants for a small art project, when they've got over £100 million backlog in road maintenance,
yes.
Someone's got their priorities right. As I said, I'm not against the grants thing, but you know, someone up there should be saying, no, we need to focus on fundamentally what we're here to do as a council, not all these nice to-dos. And you're quite right, there's that. I mean, government need to invest properly. As you know, I've said for years. But I mean, what I like about this is it's the first chance now, I think, in a war for the public to put so much pressure on government and authorities. And I'm now getting more requests with people to help them with legal notices to serve on their roads because they're in such bad condition.
Yeah.
And I think it's a fight back now, particularly with the election coming.
Well, I think there's going to be, you know, conversations being had up and down the country, particularly in constituency areas which are filled with lots and lots of traffic. So maybe some of the inner cities and all of that, where people are going to be raising questions about potholes because an awful lot of people are getting their cars absolutely and utterly ruined by these things.
Yeah, I mean, and also the dangers to cyclists. I mean, you know, it's reported one cyclist a week's killed or seriously injured.
Yeah.
Badly maintained roads are taking 70 bikers out in terms of kills and serious injuries. I mean, it's absurd. And the bill to the economy for badly maintained roads come out recently is £14 billion a year.
Right. When
you can actually resurface all of the backlog roads in maintenance in the UK, in England and Wales, for £16.3 billion. I cannot understand why someone at the Treasury and economics actually understands what they're doing, because, you know, if you invest in these long term, it saves money. But I said before, because every time you damage a tyre or wheel, the government get 20% of it.
Right. Are they getting any better, though, at actually filling them in? Because I know that you've had an issue before in certain parts of the country where they fill the pothole in, but they fill it in so badly that it's a pothole again within about a month.
Yeah, I mean, that's the appalling thing. There are some improvements in some areas. And as you know, I've been a big advocate for the Pothole Pro. That's a really, really brilliant bit of kit. It costs money to buy. But, you know, the lads in Stoke did 7 years' work in 12 months and proper decent repairs. And not only just the localised repair, surprise, surprise, they took up an area that was failing around it, so you didn't get the reoccurring pothole.
Right.
It needs that initiative. It needs to do that. So yes, but repairing potholes is a waste of money, Mike. We need to resurface our roads. We need an annual resurfacing programme. On top of what other money currently is given, we need about £3 billion a year, every year, index linked, to do resurfacing of our road network. It's the only way we're going to break this cycle. It's going to take some time to do. It needs government and even, cross parties to agree that we can't continue on like this any further.
No, exactly right. And I mean, I know I've mentioned this to you before, but I'm very firmly of the opinion that all of the electric vehicles that are now driving around on our roads are not helping in terms of the buses, in terms of the vans. I mean, every time I look at a van now delivering anything in London, it's an electric van, which must weigh an absolute ton, if not 3 tons. Electric cars, electric buses, it's all causing wear and tear on the roads, isn't it?
Yeah, and on roads that are in bad condition in the first place.
Yeah.
So they're not the primary cause, but they don't help. But it's also the load that they put onto the road, not only because of their weight, because they accelerate so fast. The torque load that they put on from the axles is far more. And when it brakes, again, some of these vehicles use regenerative braking as well, so it brakes harder. So those stresses go into a road that's not in a good condition. So you're quite right; it does have an effect, Mike.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Well, listen, Mark, keep up the good work. Very good to see you once again. Mr. Pothole there, campaigning away on our behalf. It's always good to see somebody actually out there doing some good. He's not a politician. He doesn't talk like a politician. He talks like a proper individual who actually wants to do something to change the nature of the roads in this country, because they are all absolutely and utterly ridiculously bad.